Hey all, welcome to Billionaire. This is Raghav talking here. I just wanted to quickly provide you the updates for tomorrow's Nifty. Hope you had a very good trading day today. Last 2 days were very good trendy days. If you had caught the right direction, you could have made very good money. Now, however, if you haven't made money, please do not worry. We will get many more days because market is a replication of previous history. So definitely you will get more breakthrough days. The reason why I'm posting my video so late is I'm busy with my cousin's marriage and it will be same until next week. So please do bear with me, but definitely I will try and post a video. Now this is the Nifty video. Now the current CPR is what you see. This CPR is tomorrow's CPR and we have R1 and S1 pivot. Now, when you see the overall trend since last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, what you can make out is you can very easily identify that trend is sideways. Market goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Now, I'm not talking about the overall trend. Okay, when you go to the overall trend, market has come down considerably, right? From 18,000, it has come down to 16,900, almost 1,000 points. So we are in downtrend, but this kind of sideways, see here it went sideways, again came down. Now here it went sideways, tried to go up, came down. Now here we are having down and up moves. Now this indicates that it might be trying to consolidate. Market is trying to consolidate. It is not in uptrend or downtrend. Usually in a consolidation phase, I'm not telling tomorrow also it will be consolidating. What happens is after the several up and down, what happens? Now this was a downtrend, so several potential what do you call positional traders might have taken shorts for the December monthly series. Now market is going up. Maybe some people might have exited, or some people might think market might go up and they might take some positions. But daily from last 4-5 days, it went up, came down 2 days, again it went up. And if you see, this is considerably a good trend, up and down, where intraday traders can make solid money. But what I'm trying to get your attention at is these up and down will confuse the investors. Now, can you say tomorrow which direction market will go? Can you say tomorrow which direction market can go, down or up? It's too difficult because market is in sideways. Now, however, the way I analyze market is totally from neutral point of view. You don't need anything to analyze, just the pivots. If you see the pivots, the market, tomorrow's pivot is slightly narrower than previous 3 days. Yes, this is much narrower, 3 days. So tomorrow also we can anticipate some kind of trend, upside or downside, because of this short, what do you call, smaller width CPR. And as usual, I always tell that if market goes above R1 pivot, the R1 pivot is here, 17,289. And this is S1 pivot 17,025. Now above and below this, you should anticipate a trend. And please do not go blindly. Below S1, yes, you have previous day low today. And previous day high is here and R1 is here. So you need to consider everything as pivot, and below previous day low, you have a great trend downside. That is how you have to anticipate. I will come to that in a short while. Now, how did daily pivot form? This is how the daily pivot is, right? It's a very good solid green bar. Decent green bar, not a very good decent green bar. And if you see daily pivots, we have a daily pivot at 17,323, and when you come here, it is 17,289. Once 17,289 is broken, where the 17,323 comes, it's right here in this range, right? If you go to 15 minutes, it will help me to show you the levels as well. Hope this is clear enough. 289, 328, okay. this after doji bar, kind of doji this is, market made a decision to go down. So this level, that is previous sell zone decision, is where the daily pivot is, and this is where you can anticipate some kind of resistance. Where will be the next resistance? The next resistance will be here. So you may have some R2 pivot or Camarilla pivot in these zones, and you can ride the wave. This is a big selling zone, week to week. So you can see these are the levels for tomorrow. If R1 breaks at 17,289, if 16,988 breaks, the downward target should be this doji, either wick to wick or wick to body. You can see here there is some price action level. Below this 15 minutes, you can consider this. This is a very strong buying zone. I had told you market has taken support. These are the levels for tomorrow. So if you see hourly candle, it has broken above the central pivot and taking support on the central pivot. So that is the reason. Now quickly, let's go to Bank Nifty. So I have drawn the levels for you beforehand in Bank Nifty. Now these are accurate levels, and I keep telling this, the way I have taught how to draw levels, it is always captured by standard pivots and Camarilla pivots. So if you want, I can make it big. Hope you can see the levels here. This is the levels. This is where Bank Nifty is facing resistance, and if it goes about tomorrow's high, very important, this is a very big resistance. There is a huge gap to be filled upside. If it goes about tomorrow's high, then it has broken out of the range, and you can also identify this is a triple bottom, or yeah, it's a triple bottom, not an inverted head and shoulder. Triple bottom, you can anticipate a nice rally above tomorrow's high. Likewise, if 36,504 is broken, you need to anticipate 36,015. So you have both sides, you can anticipate good moves. But usually what happens whenever a market opens within previous day range, majority of the times it goes into sideways. Considering that Bank Nifty is in sideways since 26 November, if this level is broken, 36,847, then you can anticipate good up move till 37,123, 37,187. Got it. It's around, yeah, around 300 points up move, or it can also go beyond 37,500. This is how you need to look at Bank Nifty. This is Bank Nifty's CPR and R1. Okay, I'm not going to mark the levels here, but you need to know 36,958 is the R1. 36,149 is S1. 36,958. Where is 36,958? It comes somewhere here. If there's a gap up and above, yes, you still have around 200 points upside, because this is a gap zone. It's going to fill the gap. I'm not sure how else I can put this across. This is the most simplest way of analyzing. So Bank Nifty is in more sideways than Nifty. If it breaks R1 or above previous day high, anticipate a major resistance upside is broken, and Bank Nifty can give you a nice rally. It is a very high probability. Likewise, if it breaks today's low, you can anticipate much further down where it can test previous day low and then the previous day low. You need to either chase the pivots or mark the previous day low and previous day low. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty and Nifty folks. And just to quickly summarize the overall view today, how one could have taken the trade. All right, I'll mark it. I'm going to remove these lines. I don't need this line. This is for you guys. So this is today's daily pivot, and you know, monthly high, weekly high, daily high, low. These are also important pivots. Okay. Now I'll shift to 5 minutes. How one could have traded today? That is the question here. Understood? So morning, yes, I picked up a very nice points, around 25 points. Only one trade went off. So in fact, in the Telegram channel, I had told you guys, market is in the previous sell zone. So this previous S1 was a key resistance and also a sell zone, because after this range was broken, market went down. So where did market open? Market opened here. So what happened? I also told people just watch for a few minutes, because price is not opening near any major resistance. CPR can act as a support. What is the CPR? CPR is the heartbeat of the pivots. It always acts as support. If price is coming from top or from going from bottom, it always acts as resistance. So here we got a morning star. So this is where one could have taken a trade after this, keeping stop loss below the central pivot or below the doji candle. Right? Remember, after a doji, buyers made a decision to go up. So market went up. What was your target? If the first candle high is broken, always a day's high is again a pivot. Although there is no pivot, you need to consider day's low, day's high, or previous day high low is a pivot. Pivot means turning point. Now, once this is broken, majority of the times, 90% of the time, the target is next pivot, R1. You had a very nice money here. This is where you could have traded. But this is a range, right? Market could have reversed here. See, after breaking, market went sideways because market was testing this level, whether there are any sellers who can take the price down. But buyers came in and started pushing. Now in this zone, after forming reversal wicks, see here, this one was a decision made by sellers after it was slightly broken. Now usually if sellers are strong, market will go down. But after seller decision is made, buyers equally made a very strong green candle, right? Just to make it big for you so that you can understand. This is what I'm talking about. This one, this is a reversal pin bar near previous resistance. And after reversal pin bar, yes, sellers entered looking at this candle, and it was a very decent solid red bar where market should have gone down and tested the upper CPR, the top circuit. But immediately it was followed by a very strong green candle. That was your second sign. And what happens next? There's another reversal pin bar trying to test down. The sellers are not at letting go of price to go up. They still feel market is in negative zone because this is all selling zone. After this, yes, one more red candle follows, and this one was an inside bar. If you see, this is an inside bar. Now this is where, when you draw this trend, once, twice tested, and this red close is above this, above the previous red close, and then an inside bar was your sign to go up. Now how far we can go up? Now sometimes the technique I use, please remember, you need experience to use this. I use the combination of Camarilla and the standard pivots. So Camarilla R4 pivot, I have told you several times, you need to consider it as a breakout. R4 is a selling zone, and see, this resistance is captured by Camarilla. That is why most of the time I don't watch naked, because everything will be captured by either Camarilla or standard pivots. It's just you need to master how to read them. So once this R4 selling zone is broken upside, then you definitely know that there's a possibility of R1 is broken. Why? Because it's a huge gap up and market sentiment has changed overnight. So you remember I told you we had a descending CPR, right? This is the CPR. 1, 2, 3. If you remove Camarilla, this is the CPR. Yesterday's CPR. I'm marking them in shade. And this is today's CPR. So we have a huge gap. So what does it mean? It means we have a descending CPR and market is in bear mode. But unfortunately, we had a huge gap up. And how should you understand this? The way you need to understand is, yes, market wasn't supposed to go in downtrend. However, instead of going downtrend, there's a huge gap up and also upper top circuit is broken. The first sign, the morning star doji, where you can pick up a sign that there might be a reversal, and then the upper top circuit is broken by a solid green bar. Whom does this belongs to? This belongs to buyers always. But we have a R4 nearby pivot. R4 is a sell zone, R3 is a sell zone. See, the central pivot and R3 is at the same level, which is a very strong support. Hence, one could have taken here and exited near R4. After R4 is broken, the way I see after all this price action is R1 will also be broken. After R1 is broken, briefly market tries to test, but immediately it was taken, and here slowly it went up. Now this is where I talk about my triple EMA, right? Market. So triple EMA, why you can follow 5 EMA? This is exclusively based on golden crossover, and I have been using this for last 2 years to beat my fear of exiting early. And also sometimes in between work, I come and I can spot a trade in between pivots, because there are two ways of trading. One, you have to be very patient, wait near pivot, buy here. Okay, you know this is the low, and if you take a risk here, there's all possibility that until the end of the day, you will get a nice move. Other people is scalping, keep scalping from pivot to pivot, pivot to pivot, right? And the third kind of people is they don't know where to enter, they don't know where to exit, they keep gambling. We are not talking about gamblers, we're talking about professional trading. What I want to tell is, even on 5 minutes, right? This is 5 and 15, okay? What I want is, okay, the videos are becoming little lengthy, but people who wants to observe, what people who wants to watch and learn, definitely can stay. People who wanted levels, I have already provided the levels, so you can drop. That is the reason why I said I'll give the levels at the beginning itself. What I wanted to show is, this is the trend change. Whenever at 34, the black is 34, the red is 15, the blue is 5 EMA. Whenever this happens, going in order, 34, 15, 5, you should always look to buy on dips. I did tell, even after R1 breakout, you need to always look to buy on dips. The reason why I wanted to mark this is 5 EMA crossed over here. So this was the R4 resistance zone. However, after market going further, 15 EMA crossed here. So even if you have missed any trade, this drop, see, I told you each EMA set will work as a support in uptrend, resistance in a downtrend. So when prices came here, this was 34 EMA and here it was 15 EMA. So 34 EMA acting as a support, you could have confidently entered here and followed the 5 EMA. Now quickly coming back here. R1 is broken. If you are entered here, this will be very clear. R3, if you had entered here, even the R3 did not go below 5 EMA. See where you could have entered or exited. You should have exited here. This is where the candle came below, and immediately it was closed above. And I have told you that in a strong trend, one red candle or two red candle should be considered as one leg pullback, and the next candle closing above this, you can enter here and follow, keeping the stop loss below this. So this is how you need to trade 5 EMA. Somebody entering here, exiting at R4, entering at R4, booking 30-40 points, you could have made nice money, right? And also see from R3, selling zone, price is above R3, it goes to next selling zone, market does not go down, settles above R4 Camarilla pivot and easily goes to H5. Above H5, it would have been even further higher, but market moved from R3 to R5 for a considerable length. And very importantly, at this area, H5, what was the area? At H5, this was the virgin CPR. In yesterday's video, I had very clearly told you virgin CPRs will be tested within next few days, maximum of 7 days, 85% of the time. And if price is going from the bottom, it will act as a resistance. Yes, we had H5 Camarilla pivot. That's the beauty of pivots. And we had virgin CPR zone where market was clearly facing resistance. Hope this helped you guys. Thanks a lot. Please do subscribe, share, encourage, criticize, but definitely please do ask your friends, everybody to subscribe so that it keeps motivating me to bring you the quality videos of the magic pivots. Thank you all. Have a good day.